Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alfapiomega, Meiou and Taxes, Historical Immersion and Bohemia. So I'm starting this episode by a better centralization. Better centralization increases our maximum centralization this time by 10, which means that our maximum centralization is now 35. And I'm happy to say that, because the next idea is the Noble Knights, but the one after that is Serfdom, which lowers monthly autonomy by 0.05 and increases maximum centralization by 5, which means we are going to get to 40, which is, I believe, the minimum to start annexing our vassals. Isn't that just great? Well, it's 1500 the year, so I think we better start with that now than later. Reading trade city, Antwerp. In the first half of the 16th century, Antwerp grew to become the second largest European city north of the Alps. Many foreign merchants were residents in the city, and hundreds of ships would pass in a day. 2,000 carts entered the city each week. Portuguese ships laden with pepper and cinnamon from the Far East would regularly unload their cargo at the Antwerp harbour, generating substantial amount of wealth for the city. It is estimated that the port of Antwerp was earning the Spanish crown 7 times more revenue than the Americas. Okay, wait, we need to check this out. Antwerp, really? Antwerp. Wait, is it here? Zealand. Wait. Where's the Antwerp? Ost-Vlaanderen. West-Vlaanderen. That doesn't really mean... How is it connected to the Spanish? Did they own this? I'm not entirely sure about how that worked. But it's possible that it was up in the north. If anyone knows, remind me of this and explain it, or just remind me. I'm not entirely sure about the history of the 15th century. I know that the Low Countries were, but I thought they were French. I'm not entirely sure. Denmark-Norway Union established. Okay, Norway is a junior partner of Denmark now. Awesome. So we might see Scandinavia formed. Funders, Antwerp tariff. Damn. Okay, so it definitely is up here, and Flanders own it. So that's West Vlaanderen, Ost Vlaanderen. Oh, here it is, Antwerp. Okay. Flanders, but I don't think Flanders have anything to do with the Spanish at least in this game. Irish rebels. Oh, our agents were discovered in Austria. How bad is that? Flanders entered the Gordon era, and White Horde were circumvented by the Arab spice trade. And the municipal constitution. What the hell is this? The weak and incompetent King Vladislav gradually allowed the nobility to take back the power they had once lost during the Hussite Wars. On March 11, 1500, Czech Council adopted a new municipal constitution that limited royal power, and Vladislav signed it in 1502. Oh, come on, we don't even have that guy. Sign it. Okay, that means that until the death of Peter III Kinsky, we have lower national tax modifiers, stability increase interval, or technology cost, or refuse. Lose free stability, and Haveland gets nobles organizing. Oh my god. Well, I guess we'll have to sign it. There's no point in saying that we won't. But free stability, really? Technology cost. Well, okay, I guess any He's honest and well connected, so I think he would sign it, because that's like the only way that's not gonna throw us down to -2 stability. He's not really a military kind of guy or mad, so yeah. Great, just freaking great. Also, one thing that I noticed is that Bayern Staubing would now accept our vassalization if we went for it. Now, because we are working on the aristocratic ideas to finish them as soon as possible, I think it might be a good idea to postpone it yet, but we definitely want to vassalize them later on. A, because that will give us access to Regensburg. B, because Passau is already our vassal, so things would go well here. Guys would not accept it. That's okay. That is okay. So yeah. And I've done a bit of checking on Austria, and they're actually pretty well off. With the exception of military, they got way more technologies, and I thought that they didn't have that many ideas because of that. But no, they finished the diplomatic idea, the administrative ideas, and the logistic ideas, and they are working on standing army. We got a quality, so we don't really have much to worry about. But the standing army is a decent one, and it gives them quite a lot of decent supporting bonuses. Not exactly the increasing the quality of the troops, but it helps with their recovery and everything, so we need to be careful about them. We could attack them now. Oh, they got Bayern München as their ally. That's not great, but we got Savoy, so that's better. Times of need. The dynasty of our noble King Kinsky is certainly a powerful one. Through Peter III, they rule our nation and will do for so many years to come. However, even the great are sometimes in need of help. Thankfully, the Kinsky family has tied strong bonds to other great powers, such as Von Luxemburg House, but by no other than Władysław I, Margrave of Moravia. No, we don't need anything. Let's get the prestige. Holy Roman Empire, wow, people love us. Even the Hoya, which we pretty much raped and did covert actions against and aggressive expansion and everything, so they're very close to voting for us again. But the Great Palace, holy hell. Well, I guess we don't really have a choice, do we? That puts us at 100 legitimacy, 87 prestige, and all for the cost of a bit of money, but yeah, this has quite a lot of effects. Global trade power, morale of armies, mercenary cost, foreign spy detection, fort defense, diplomatic reputation, yearly legitimacy, improved relations, aggressive expansion, impact, and institution embracement cost. Damn, this is good. I'm happy to say that we're one of the very first nations to embrace Renaissance fully. Casual literacy is quite far away, but if we work hard, we might have a chance. Well, our king has died. The emperor is dead, and we have gotten a new king. Peter IV Kinsky. His great leadership skill and superior tactical knowledge will help us vanquish those who dare stand against us. Awesome. He was elected as the emperor, and we have a new queen consort, Marie, and we have a new heir, Karel. Okay. The House of Kinsky. With the union of Peter IV and Marie, we have gained not only a spouse but also a new ally in the realm. The Kinsky is an old influential family, no kidding, and their seat in Hradecko is a jewel of the kingdom, to everlasting friendship. And we have a bit of a prestige decay here, but that's fine. We're not getting any issues left or right. Our king is a fanatical priest, and his son Karel is very young, very, very young, so young indeed. It's a bit weird. He probably got married right before the birth of the baby. That would make sense. Oh, and the queen is malevolent. Damn. Well, a fanatical priest who hates our neighbor. Oh, okay. Well, we are no longer... They are no longer excommunicated because their king has probably died. But we kind of hate them now, and they hate us so much. So we're building a spy network again. I embargoed them. Can I send them a warning? It's not a bad idea. Send warning. They're far too rich and powerful for our warnings to be taken seriously. Damn it, game. Damn it. Well, we'll see how it's gonna go. Not much has changed for us now, but our fanatical priest has his eye on Austria. Too bad I can't throw a roleplay attacking them immediately because they're no longer excommunicated. Well, maybe they will again. We'll see. Greater nobles demand privileges. Fuck them with a stick, especially since our queen is malevolent, so we refuse to grant this privilege, which will probably incur some unrest? No? Well, okay then. I think as a punishment we are going to revoke a privilege from them. I hate the significant expansion of local autonomy for great nobles, so let's do that. It's gonna piss them off very much. I'm expecting a stability hit, but hey. This needs to go away. Oh, it's a minor one, so they won't have any more. Okay. Let's see what they're gonna go with. They're probably gonna be furious. Yeah, minor expansion. Okay. So let's see what you got, guys. Let's see what you got. Please no uprising. Upset. Okay, well that's outlook of -3 stability. And we lost 2. Okay, well that's an issue, but shouldn't be all that hard to regain it. Well, actually it's gonna be quite hard. Our stability is low. Can we offer them a favor? This would help, but... we can't really demote them. Okay, well I crippled us a bit, but the malevolent queen requested what she requested. And it's gonna be good in the long run, I can tell you that. What can we decentralize? Oh, treason against Bohemia again? Oh, I hate this one. Well, I think that, you know, he's a fanatical priest and his queen is malevolent, plus he's a great leader. So we must punish the perpetrator. That guy is drilling, you are. Okay. That guy is not good, but hey, we're getting very close to having 20 army. Damn, he sucks for what he's good. Holy hell, that's really not good. It's really not good. The game is hitting me with all kinds of weird things. Oh! Okay, Augsburg would not release Ingolstadt. Are you kidding, Augsburg? Are you kidding? Where's Ingolstadt? Why the hell would you hate that? Okay, everybody is voting for us now, which is good. The papacy is very good. I would love to have my ruler blessed, if that was possible. I don't know, I thought that I had way more papal influence. It dropped somehow. No idea when. And a fanatical priest should have a bonus, honestly. Wait. Augsburg, here you are. Take Augsburg, take Ingolstadt. Oh, they are allied with Austria! And Salzburg and Hainaut. Okay, well, that's a great reason to attack them, but we'll need to wait for our allies to fully prepare. We need a couple more favors here, and we need Poland to get rid of its own war right now. Oh shit, they're losing against Muscovy. How the hell is that happening? How the hell is that happening? Well, Muscovy has a massive army. Are they allied with someone? Karachev and Dobrogea. That's so weird. Dobrogea, Karachev and Novgorod. Ah, Novgorod joined as well. Okay, well, they're fighting a big war now, so things might be a bit iffy for them. Kalistine scapegoats. We have a pogrom against Kalistines. Tensions in Bohemia have simmered over into a spontaneous pogrom, and we must decide how to react. Well, considering our queen is malevolent and our king is a fanatical priest, I think we're gonna turn a blind eye to the persecution because, I mean, seriously. And claims on our rivals. We have managed to produce a very legitimate document which show that we have a historical claim on one of their provinces. We gain a claim on Lei Mauras? What? Oh. Okay. That's not really useful, because I'm not entirely sure that I want to declare war on Aragon and Spain, but hey, what do we know? If they ever get involved in a conflict with France, I would not mind doing that. Threaten war for Lei Mauras. Damn. Suppress the Inquisition, we're not gonna do that. Actually, a fanatical priest would mean that the next idea group would probably be something like asceticism, or popular religion, or scholasticism. So we'll see how long Peter IV will be on the throne. I don't really mind him, but you know, and we can still get that last unit, even though the autonomy is sky high. So I think I'm gonna recruit a cannon here, a swivel gun for our armies. We got a decent army, a decent enough army. Humiliating Austria would be a great way to fight them, but I'd really prefer if we could just make a claim and we could take their provinces that way. I mean, taking Unter den Enns and Ostmark and connecting our provinces like that would be awesome, but I mean, having Vienna stolen from Austria is just insane. We'll see if we can manage to claim that one. It's 24th of December 1502, and I can now take a new technology, which is the wheel-lock muskets. Wheel-lock muskets used a flint and steel to create a spark that lit their gunpowder. Since they did not rely on matches, wheel-lock could be fired even in the rain, making them far more reliable. However, the gun had a bad reputation. Since they did not leave a telltale glow like matchlocks did, wheel-locks were the perfect choice for assassins. Land morale increased by 0.1, combat width increased by 2, infantry and cavalry fire increased by 0.1, and we got a number of new units that we can take, right? Yes. So Bohemian Tabor infantry is obsolete, And we can now go with a number of units down. Okay, so let's get... I think that the closest to the Bohemia and Tabor infantry is the pike and shot. Early firearms were slow and inaccurate, making them impractical on the battlefield. However, if protected by a screen of pikemen, they could reload in peace and attack enemies who stayed out of range of the pikes. Using these pike and shot tactics, heavily outnumbered Spanish forces were able to rout French forces during the Italian Wars, and in so doing, secured the place of this formation for decades. Yeah, I guess this is the closest one to what we had. It has a little less defensive shock and defensive morale, but we got 3 extra offensive fire and 1 extra offensive morale. So that's fairly close to what we need. Gendarme, cavalry, no change there, but swivel guns can now be upgraded into culverins with a 2 extra offensive fire and 1 extra offensive morale. Okay. By the end of the 15th century, artillery guns had become a standard part of every European army. Two technological changes helped to spur this: the widespread adoption of cast iron techniques and the development of corned gunpowder, which clumped the gunpowder and allowed pockets of air to form, which helped to ignite it consistently. One trend was to have increasingly larger cannons, which could fire heavier balls against the enemy from even further away. The culverin was the largest cannon on the battlefield and continued to be used for centuries. Okay, do we have more than they do? Oh yes, we do. We outnumbered them now. So an attack would be great at this point, if we only could do that. However, great news is that I can claim the provinces in Austria, and believe it or not, we can claim their capital. So let's claim Vienna for the Emperor. This is a very valuable city. Prague has at this point 466,000 people as a province, and 219,000 live in the city. Well, Vienna has 771,000 people living in its province of Ostmark, and 173,000 people live in Vienna itself. So that's a decent province that we have just claimed, and on that note, I'm going to end the episode and start the next one where we are going to... Wait, did we lay the claim? Okay. In the next one, we might be able to maybe even declare the war on them. However, I would... Well, it would probably be wise, as we are the Emperor, to first attack the... where are they? The Augsburg, who... Imperial Liberation. Why the hell don't you accept this? Well, we'll have to see.